Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. Thursday morning, Worcester leaders attended a License Commission meeting at City Hall. Some leaders are asking for a housing and lodging center in the city's Main South neighborhood to be closed down. They say it's affecting the quality of life in the community. Our Patricia Nicholas has the story.
The public is here. I'm part of the public.
A tense exchange at Thursday's licensing board meeting. Community leaders from Worcester's Main South neighborhood say they want the license revoked for the Albion rooming house.
I'll fight for where I live, and I'll fight for what I believe in. That is wrong. The city has an obligation to look at it and close it down under the authority and law that they have.
Some residents of Main South say the property at 765 Main Street has been wreaking havoc on the neighborhood for years. Worcester police say since January 1st, there were 196 calls from the 68-unit building.
Domestic tranquility in Main South, we've been robbed of that because of that building.
But the operating manager of the building says what is being said is not true.
If the police gets a call and it's in front of 765 Main Street, they consider that a call to the building, but it's not. Something happened at the building.
Many of the tenants living in the building are placed there by the state. Community leaders say some are level 3 registered sex offenders and parolees. The building says most of the time those are the ones causing the issues, and they do what they can when those issues arise.
Anybody causes any problem with the police or there's any issues like that, they're immediately tossed out of the building.
But members of the community say the large size of the building makes it unmanageable, and they have had enough.
We cannot continue to provide people with a space that's going to just kind of produce failure.
Patricia Nicholas, Worcester News Tonight.
Police have identified a man stabbed to death outside a Worcester YMCA. This afternoon, authorities ID'd the victim as 37-year-old Lee Daniels of Connecticut. Jeff Saperstone has details on the investigation.
A busy day at the YMCA on Main Street in Worcester. With summer programs in full swing, the parking lot is packed. But last night, it was a crime scene after a man who was stabbed was found slumped over in his car.
It makes me nervous, not knowing what's going on in this world.
This mom picked up her son just an hour before that man was found here.
I pick my son up by 6 o'clock every day, but I mean, there's still a lot of action going on.
It all began just about a block away near 702 Main Street. Worcester police say the victim was getting out of his car when he had words with another man. There was a brief fight and he was stabbed. Witnesses then say the victim got back in the car and drove to the Y parking lot, but the 37-year-old was pronounced dead at the hospital. Today, police were back on the scene patrolling the area. Those who use this Y regularly are unnerved.
Yes, of course. It's always troubling to hear when something happens like that, but as far as the Y is concerned, it's a fabulous place.
A 39-year-old Worcester man has been charged with the murder in the shooting death of a Webster woman whose body was found in a burning car off of Swan Avenue last November. According to the Worcester County District Attorney's Office, Donovan Goparian was held without bail Thursday. Goparian was charged last month with witness intimidation in relation to the investigation of Marie Martin's death. Goparian is due back in court August 19th. A multi-town car chase ended on Route 9 in Leicester Wednesday night. Leicester police used tire deflation devices to stop the vehicle near the Spencer town line. Police say the device flattened 3 of the 4 tires. The female operator was taken into custody. She faces multiple motor vehicle violations.
Vehicle traffic, time of day, danger to the public. But the tire deflation devices, if the pursuit is still continuing, is a great tool to end the situation.
This is the second pursuit this month the Leicester Police Department has ended using tire deflation devices. Tonight is the big finale of the Republican National Convention, and tonight all eyes are on Donald Trump. Trump is taking the stage tonight in what's arguably the biggest speech of his life. Tonight's speech is scheduled for 38 minutes, and while he's gone off the cuff in the past, he will use a teleprompter to deliver his acceptance speech. Meanwhile, Virginia Senator Tim Kaine has emerged as the leading contender to join the Democratic ticket as Hillary Clinton's running mate. Kaine has been a favorite for the vice presidential slot since the start of Clinton's search process. 3 American Muslims, all nationally elected delegates, are headed to the Democratic National Convention. Thursday, the Islamic Society of Greater Worcester held a send-off party for the delegates. The society says they cannot endorse any candidate or party. Both Democrats and Republicans were invited to tonight's party. The convention is July 25th to July 28th in Philadelphia. The city of Worcester officially declaring a Stage 2 drought warning Thursday. It comes in the midst of a prolonged period of below average rainfall. The Stage 2 drought warning was mandatory water restrictions targeted at reducing wastewater. Some of the restrictions include operating an irrigation system during the hours of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or operating the system excessively and beyond the extent needed. Also allowing irrigation systems to operate during rainfall. A full list of restrictions can be found on the city's website. Worcester is gaining recognition for being one of the leading clean energy cities in the state. A proposal to use LED lights in streetlights across the city is just one of many moves being highlighted in a new state report. Our Andy Madison has the details.
It started out as going green, a way for everyone to use electricity without harming the environment. In Worcester, going green hasn't stopped.
A lot of people don't know that they live in a city that is one of the greenest cities in the country, but hopefully we're going to start spreading the word that that's exactly where they live.
Environmental officials have noticed. Today, they were in the city letting the lunchtime crowd know Worcester is leading the way toward clean energy.
To have the city on board fully with clean energy helps us to send a strong message to state officials that local communities are really leading the way.
The city's efforts are being highlighted in a new state report on clean energy. Recently, Worcester announced plans to start using LED lights on city streets, place solar panels on buildings, and use solar power at several schools. The biggest move of all is the planned 8-megawatt solar array at the city's Greenwood Street landfill, the largest solar array in the state.
We thought that the investment, coupled with the credits and the renewable energy that we're going to produce, made it for a good investment for taxpayers and for the city. So we're basically trying to say is we're going to walk the walk here.
Worcester is one of 15 cities and towns across the state that is featured in the report, which is due out later this summer. Environmental officials we spoke with say Worcester's efforts show that 100% renewable energy is possible.
State officials are debating an energy bill that could dramatically expand clean energy for Massachusetts. And so we're urging them to follow the example of local communities like Worcester and move as quickly as possible.
And the city is just getting started. They've invested $75 million in energy efficiency. Money they hope will pay dividends for Worcester.
Adding a bunch more solar in the near future, and trying to do it all at no cost to the taxpayer. In fact, we're actually going to save taxpayer money.
As they strive for a greener environment throughout the city. Andy Madison, Worcester News Tonight.
A unique opportunity for young kids interested in the game of football. Today, the New England Patriots Alumni Club hosted a clinic for youth here in central Massachusetts. Our Cam Jandro was there and has the story.
They say practice makes perfect, but what if practice is with the pros?
Go get it!
Today, the New England Patriots Alumni Club and Even Field teamed up at St. John's High School to put on the Football for You Youth Clinic. John Andrioli is the St. John's football head coach and former New England Patriot. He says it's important to keep the young kids active.
So there's a lot of positive things here. We have a nutritionist from the Worcester Public School System. It's just overall between the fun, the fact that we've got football introductory level, great people involved with the clinic, and just all the kids here in Central Mass. It's a real fun day.
Even Field is an organization aiming to educate youth groups about respect, character, and good habits through the power of sports. Chuck Wilson is the founder and executive director of Even Field, and he believes a camp like this can do much more than help the kids with their skills on the field.
It's much more about the habits our kids are learning, the skills they're learning, the values they're learning that are going to help them in everything they do. It'll help them as athletes, but it'll help them as good people.
More than 140 kids laced their cleats today for a chance to learn from several former NFL players. Today was one of 20 free clinics the Alumni Club puts on throughout all of New England each year. Pete Brock played 12 seasons in the NFL and says it's crucial to keep the game alive through clinics like these.
To, again, take the benefits of football and teach the kids of New England leadership, teamwork, and achievement through hard work, and always have the opportunity to play football as we did growing up. 1, 2, 3, 4!
Now, the New England Patriots Alumni Club puts on several clinics over the course of the entire summer. Parents can find out more information for their kids on their website, patriotsalumni.com. Olivia, back to you.